So is it possible for people who aren't trained to be a great chef, who don't have your natural instincts to create these incredible meals, is it possible for people who just love food, good food, who just want to know how to make maybe a half dozen special dishes, is it possible for them to learn how to do that too?
You know, today, if you want to learn, practice doesn't make perfect, but practice makes you better. So the more you work on a recipe, even as a home cook, and I wrote quite a few cookbooks too, so if you try one recipe, the first time people tell me, well, it wasn't like yours. I said, you know what, when you made love the first time wasn't probably the best one. You might remember it, but it certainly you got better as you went along in life, and I'm still learning that too. So, but I really believe that people can learn today, and because of television and the internet, there is so much information out there. But you have to learn the technique. In cooking, if you don't know the technique, it's very difficult to do anything. If you put a fish in a pan, in a cold pan, instead of a very hot pan, it's never gonna get the right color. It's never gonna get the right taste. So you want it to be right. So it's not only you buy good ingredients, obviously, but you have to learn the technique. And today we are lucky because with all the different mediums out there, we actually can learn pretty well to do it right. And seeing it visually makes a big difference.
Well, in my world, technology is just making incredible advances so that things that we couldn't even have imagined 5 or 6 years ago, suddenly on high definition screens at home, or whether it's a computer or a mobile device or an iPad, it's now possible to present, could be food, you know, in very special ways. But is there a way that you could actually pass on those little insights, like you mentioned, the pan has to be hot before you cook the fish. Are there little secrets that could be passed on so that people could actually learn how to do that themselves at home?
You know, in the old time at Ma Maison, I had a cooking school. How many people could we fit in the classroom? 24. So I had to spend 2 hours being there, teaching them what to do. Because of technology today, with the internet, with online, you can teach thousands of people at the same time and at their leisure. They don't have to say, okay, I have to take time out from my job now. They can see it at home. So sure enough, and they can slow down and see how it's done. So I really believe that technology helped us so much. Now, it started years ago with the Food Network, for example, where people saw chefs cooking. It was not that really great at that time. And then the Food Network really became a place where you could learn how to cook. Today it has gone the other way, where it's all cooking competitions. You know, they don't care anymore to teach the people at home how to cook at all. It's more about a competition show. But I really think today, online and on the internet, you really can learn how to cook, get great recipes, get tips of what to use, when to use them, when things are in season, when things are the best, and then come home and plan your dinner or your lunch. So that way, if you see it live in front of you, it's so much easier than reading it in a book, because we are so visually oriented. Today, my kids, you know, to read is almost difficult. If they read, it's on their iPad. If they watch something, it's on their iPad. They are totally into the iPad. I'm one of the old guys who still reads a newspaper. My wife, my kids would never read a newspaper. They get the information before they print the newspaper.